So let's review a little bit before we go into this lesson. Alright, now before, when we've done division, you've always ended it as what? Okay. Like if you had a remainder, you could do it as what? You could do it right. You could do it as a fraction, or you could do it as a. You could write just remainder what? Whatever it is, right? Okay. Like if you're going to do, let's say 5 into 7. Okay. How many times does 5 go into 7, Brayden? One. Good. Then what do we do next? Oh, he's telling me. What is it?
You multiply.
Multiply, right. 1 times 5. Then we subtract, and you get 2. Okay, so what do we write up here?
Remainder 2.
Remainder 2. Okay, that's one way to write it, right? Kayla, what's the other way we can do it? With this remainder?
Fraction.
Okay, and how would we write it as a fraction?
2 over 5.
2 over 5. Exactly. Okay. Now, there's a third way to do this, okay, without having to write it as a remainder or as a fraction, okay? You can add what's called a decimal. That's going to be the lesson, okay? So, let's say you have 4 into 30, okay? Can 4 go into 3 evenly? No. So 4 goes into 30 how many times? First one who gets it, raise a hand. 4 into 30, come on. Yes.
7.
7, thank you. Okay, now 7 times 4 is?
28.
28. Okay, we subtract, you have 2. Now before you could write remainder 2 or 2/4, which would then reduce to 1/2. Okay, well now we're going to add a decimal. Okay, every whole number has a decimal right there. It's understood. It's not always written, but that's where it always is. And so you can always write a 0 right there, and it doesn't change this number. It's still the number 30, okay? But since you add this 0, then you can drop your 0 down like the next step, and you end up with 20. So now, 4 goes into 20 how many times, Brayden? What times 4 is 20?
5.
5, right. So you just move this out and write 5, and then multiply. And you have a 0 as your remainder by adding that 0 down. So now 4 goes into 37. But remember, since it's got a decimal here, you've got to move the decimal up here, this. So your answer is 7.5. Understand? Okay, let's try another one. 6 into 57. Can 6 go into 5? No. So 6 goes into 57 how many times? Yes?
9.
Right, 9. 9 times 6 would be what?
54.
Very good. Okay, subtract, you got a 3. Add your decimal, add your 0. Make this line a little longer if you need to. Okay, drop your 0 down. Now 6 goes into 30 how many times, Brayden?
5 times.
5 times, very good. Make sure when you put your decimal up there, it goes straight up, it lines right up where the quotient is, right above the dividend, okay? So 6 goes into 35 times, he said. Multiply, subtract, and there's your answer, 9.5. Understand? Okay. The second part of this lesson that I want to talk about is dealing with fractions. Now, you haven't really learned how to deal with fractions yet, but you have, okay? So, fractions, are they a whole number or are they part of a number?
Part of a number.
They are part of a number. They are not a whole number, right? Okay. So what I want to show you is, you know that 1/2 is not a whole number. It's half of 1, right? Okay? Now, in decimal form, which is what we're talking about today, in decimals, you can write fractions in decimal form. The way to do it is you divide, okay? The denominator, 2, becomes your divisor, okay? Make your deal. And your numerator becomes your dividend, okay? So, 2 into 1. Can 2 go into 1?
No.
No. So, what we do is, like what we did over here, you add your decimal and a 0. Add your decimal up here. Since 2 cannot go into 1, so 2 goes into 1 how many times? 0 times, exactly. So if you want, you can actually multiply it. 0 times 2 is 0. Subtract, drop 1, drop your 0 down. So now 2 goes into 10 how many times?
5.
5. Okay, 5. 0. So 1/2 is the same as 0.5 or 0.5. Okay? Understand that? Let's look at another one. 2/5. You make it look like this. 5 into 2. Can 5 go into 2? No.
No.
So you add your decimal and do 0. Add your decimal up here. Since it can't go into it, it's 0. 0. Drop your 20. 5 into 20 goes
4 times.
4 times. 4. 20. 0. So 0.4 is the same as 2/5. Understand? Okay. Now I want you both to try one. Brayden, come here first.
Oh.
Come up here to the board. I want you to do this one right here. 9 into 79. Okay? 9 goes into 7. Can 9 go into 7? No. So 9 goes into 79 how many times? Do you know? You help him out if you need to.
7. 8.
8. Okay? So write your 8 above your 9 up there. Can you reach it? Okay. Multiply. What's 8 times 9? Caleb?
72.
72. Right. 72 over here.
I think it has
All right,
more
subtract.
than
Okay? So what's 9 minus 2? Okay, and 7 minus 7 is 0. Now, add your decimal and your 0. Add the little dot next to the 9 and a 0. And drop your 0 down here. Okay? 9 into 70 goes, you're going to have to help him out. Say another 9 is it?
8.
No.
No, wait, no. 7.
7 times. So add your decimal up here next to the 8. Yep, right there next to 8. Yep. Okay? Draw the line out a little bit longer. There you go. Now, write 7. Okay, 9 times 7 is?
It's 63.
63. So write 63 under here. Here, use this one. This one works a little better.
Yeah, that one's actually out.
Okay. Now subtract again. No, you don't need that. Just subtract again. Okay, what's 70 minus 63? Okay, so you're going to end up with the same thing all over again. It's going to be 8.77777777 forever. Okay? It's called a repeating decimal. Okay? Mr. Smith? Very good. Go sit down. Okay, you come here. No, you're going to do this 8 into 100. So 8, you're going to do 8 into 10 first. Okay, keep going. Now add your decimal and your 0. Add your 0. Now drop the 0 down. There you go. Make sure you multiply it out and subtract it out. And so you end up with what? 12, 25.
12.5.
Very good. Okay. Now, let's check them. Brayden. Okay, remember how to check division? What do we do? To check division, we do what? What's the operation? What's the operation that we use? We use addition, subtraction, multiplication? Multiplication, right. So to check this, so we're dividing 100 divided by 8. Okay? So your answer that Kayla got was 12.5. Okay? So what we should be able to do to check it, if she did it correctly, is multiply 12.5 times 8. And we should get what?
100.
100, exactly. So 8 times 5 is? Come on, Brady. What's 8 times
40.
40. 8 times 2 plus 4?
20.
20. 8 times 1 plus 2?
10.
10. Now, you have one number that's behind the decimal or to the right of the decimal. So you take your decimal and you move it one space to right there. You get 100.0, which is what you got. So very good, you did it correctly. Okay.
I did it correctly.
Now, Kayla, come here. I want you to do this 7/8.
I'm not doing one of those.
Actually, I want you to do the 1/10. Okay? Write it into decimal form. You're going to divide 10 into 1. So is your answer 1?
Yeah.
No. Where's your decimal at?
1.
No. Where is the decimal?
Oh, wait, point.
Yeah, it should be in front of it, right? So always, whenever you write your decimal up here, add a 0 first, Because the 0 is the ones column, right? Remember you have your ones, you have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on, right? This 0 in front of this decimal is the ones column. Because remember, it's less than 1, so it should be 0 point something.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So it's 0.1. Okay, do this one.
Why can't Brandon do this one?
Because I want you to do it.
Uh-huh.
Because you do it so well. Okay, good. Move your decimal up first, because that's the first thing you need to do. As soon as you write that decimal down there, you need to write it up in the quotient area. That way you don't forget to do it. Remember, can 8 go into 7? No, 0. Okay, so just skip that. 8 into 70 now. Good. What is it? 8 times 8. 60. Got it. Come on. 64. There you go. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Now you don't have to add another decimal. The decimal's already there. So just add another 0. Go off that 0 now. No.
No, it's 6. No, it's 7.
Yeah, 7.
7.
Alright. Okay. Add your another 0. There you go. Okay, so what's your answer? 0. Go ahead.
75.
0.875 or 0.875. Very good. Okay, so that's our lesson for today. Okay, now we'll give you some more work to do for homework. Okay? Thank you.